callback after 3 seconds. I'm getting this callback after 3 seconds, right? This is going to run after 3 seconds. That means this is similar to what we see over here, timeout. So if this is an asynchronous function, it cannot actually return value for this function. So this has to be supplied with callback as well.
What we're doing is get view for user with this.
Because see over here, I am calling this get to do for user function. I'm expecting a return from this get to do and get the to do list right away here. But it's not going to happen like that, because get to do function will run. This is the first step. Second step is get user. This is second step. Then because this get user is going to return a callback, and it will be calling this function after 3 seconds. The next step is over here, third, and then this function is completed. Nothing will be returned, and this function will never end. And after some time this will return something, but this will return to this function, callback function, which doesn't actually make sense. This return.todo is going to return this to-do list to the function immediately, the function which is a immediate parent of this return statement. Which function is the immediate parent of this return statement is this function, which is a callback function. And I am returning this to do to callback function, which is over here, which will be running after 3 seconds, and it is not going to return anything to get to do for user function. So instead of that, we have to put a callback over here, and I expect here what do I get over here? A to-do list. Okay, to-do list, which is going to be an array of cg to do. How do I get that to-do list? Instead of returning to-dos over here, I will call back users.todo. So here what will happen after doing a callback, you should always return, because I don't want anything to be executed after calling this callback. Here as well I should return, make a habit of returning after callback. So if I get the same user, I'm going to call back those to-dos for that user, otherwise it will throw an error anyhow. So let's see this one. Callback to-dos. So it will call this callback, and here it's going to give me an error, because this time it is not going to return anything, but it is actually giving me a callback with to-do list over here, which is going to be an array of cg to do. And with this, my entire logic I need to change. I cannot do it like this. Oh, sorry. I cannot get my to-do list over here like this, but I will get to-do list over here, and my response dot json should be put inside this callback. So now if you see over here, you will find a similarity of this function. Request is actually an input, and response is actually a callback. You see it over here? I am calling response.json. That means I am calling callback over here. So my API function is actually a callback, which is provided by Express. So if you are going to use callback everywhere, it should have a callback. So it will get to do by users. It will get to do's after 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, this is going to run, and then whatever I get from here, I'm going to respond after 3 seconds. Let's see this if it works. And after this we will see async await, which will be a little bit simple than this callback. Okay, so Clayton, and here wait for 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, I receive the to-do list for Clayton. In the back end, nothing is getting crashed, everything is working fine. So this is how we use callback.
So Nishant,
Okay.
can we check that callback ka syntax once more?
Yeah.
Okay. So we we have written, okay,
Sorry.
no, the place where we have written the callback, right? Okay. So callback is basically a function, which is a parameter which we are supposed to pass to get users, and get users returns anything. So what I do is I set timeout करता हूँ 3 seconds के लिए. Inside that I am saying console.log. That's a nonsense
Run
statement.
this one.
Inside that I have this callback function. So callback is so you're passing a parameter as a function. So you're defining the function at that time, and then you're calling that function. This is understood. Next,
Okay.
you come inside it, get to for users. Here, what you're doing is you're accepting username, plus you're expecting callback function as a input parameter to that.
Yes.
So you're expecting callback के लिए callback to do list.
See.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, don't pull out your hairs. Uh, because of this, it is called as callback hell. It is like callback within callback, callback within callback, callback within callback, and never ending callbacks. If you have a huge application, then you will have a callback, 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 and callback, and so many callbacks.
Mhm.
And you will feel a bit confused if you are not used to these callbacks. So let's close the topic over here
Mhm.
and go to async await, which is going to be an interesting one. Okay,
Okay, what is the next topic now?
async await. Async await
As-
is an optional thing for a callback, which will make your syntax little bit cleaner.
Mhm.
So let's do that. Okay,
Okay.
so this time I'm going to use first get user function, but async with async await. So to write get user function, I have to write async async get users async. This is optional. Async I am writing because just to understanding, but this async is a keyword. Now this is my async function. Oh, where's that function? Okay, here. And this async function is going to return something called as promise of, and the promise will have any type of output. Now inside this function I have to return a promise, return new promise of any type of promise, and this is a promise. And for this promise I have to provide one function as an input. Sorry. And oh, and this syntax is always going to be the same. So every time you write a function, it is going to be like this: async function name promise. This time I am writing any, but it could be something else as well. So async function, which is going to return promise and return a new promise for that function, and whatever logic you need to write, you have to write it over here. one more thing here also write it as async. So my
The logic to retrieve data from a file or from DB, right?
sorry
Right. To write it inside async function.
sorry, you are not audible.
So when you said that whatever logic you want to write, you can write it here. So what logic? The logic of retrieving data from a file or
Yes,
from DB, right?
yes,
That
yes,
logic, write it inside here.
yes.
And if we are calling it, then it becomes mandatory that the multi-threading will be stopped, and
No, no,
whatever is written
multi-threading
inside.
will not be stopped, but it will give you a simple way to manage those multi-threadings.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so I will show you that. Uh,
Hmm.
this is like a boilerplate code. Every time you have to write it like this. Uh, Resolve and reject. This you should repeat everywhere. And now I will write a function to get this users. Okay, so write that. Let's write that function. Set timeout. Remember this function. Set timeout. It will have another function, and the inside one is going to run after 3 seconds. And here I'm going to get this users. Okay, like this. But I'm not actually going to return, but I'm going to resolve the promise. I just have to write it here. So I'll resolve the promise by giving back the users which I got after 3 seconds. I will give back those users to resolve. This is done. Now let's write this one. Get to do for user. This is also going to be the same. Async get to do for users promise any. Let's modify this one. Actually in resolve I'm expecting the list of users, so my promise will actually be an array of CG users, and the same I have to put it over here as well, just to get the auto completes. Now to get to do for user, let's write the same boilerplate code. Return new promise of type any, call that promise, then a function which will get resolve and reject, and async over here as well. This is the same code. Now inside of this I am going to get the users from this function. So it is very simple, like variable users is equal to await this dot get users async, and call this function. That's it. Now what will happen